So, Steve, what have you brought us?
Well, obviously from the sublime to the ridiculous in Cliff Thorburn, back in the day, one of the slowest players.
Yeah.
Terry Griffiths, a player, when he did a drug test, the urine sample sometimes went off before he finished it. And here we are seeing the action. Terry Griffiths was left with a tricky safety shot. After about 5 minutes, he played the shot, and the grinder came to the table. He was the slowest player in the game.
I love it when they used to smoke. I know
the smoking's bad. People who say smoking isn't cool need to look at Terry Griffiths.
Starting off with a fluke, which is perhaps the best way, and I think perhaps the only time it's ever happened. And Terry was obviously delighted with the fluke.
There's Bill. I love that. Such a great shot, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah.
Looking around the...
Half of him going.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other half was actually another postal code.
I was in the arena live for this.
Were you?
Yeah.
And what was the atmosphere like?
The drama built unbelievably, and because of the fact he was so slow, I mean, there was no fluency here on the last black, was there? This is not exactly rushing it through.
Oh, good luck, mate.
He won £25,000 for this was the highest ever prize for a 147 break, superseding the Lada car that I won for the first ever televised one.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What happened to the Lada
Well,
car?
it's in a little square cube now in a breaker's yard.
They gave you 2 Lada cars if you missed the last black.
He got for that. He got it was roughly £12.50 an hour he earned for that break.
Bill and Cliff.
You see Terry there.
So what's
walking
going
off
through Terry's mind?
Terry's
then?
walking off going gutted, absolutely gutted.
Isn't there a thing that when you get a 147, that can often
mess you up?
Yeah,
it can
because
do.
it's...
And I think Terry won the match 13-12 in the end.
Did he?
Yeah.
I think Griffiths was actually quite pleased to be involved in a frame that had a 147.
No, he wasn't. He walked off to recollect his thoughts. I trust him.
He didn't. He walked off to comb his hair. I remember it. He said his hair was a bit messy.
Now we got the shot clock involved. Everybody's timed for everything. I think the first time I actually felt back in the 80s I was timed was when my ex-wife timed me to cook a chicken.
Much money for that break?
I think it was, well, I know I spent it. It was somewhere around £13,000 or something like that.
Yeah, and the pink was a fantastic shot. Obviously, you were nicely placed on the pink. You played some great shots along the way, but this black was very easy under certain circumstances, but not with the pressure you must have been feeling.
But I was feeling good, though, Steve. You know, I felt like, all I said to myself was that I wanted to make it straight in, didn't want to touch the sides of the jaws. You know,
okay,
so,
and it went
straight
in,
in,
you fell to your knees, which was marvellous.
Oh, it was fantastic, yeah.
What a feeling.
For me. Yeah, I was so happy then.
The crowd as well, look at them all cheering. The first time ever at the Crucible Theatre. Bill Werbenich came over and a big group hug, which was marvellous.
Wasn't that a nice headbutt there? You see that?
Yeah, fantastic.
But even with both of them there.
And that was to go 3-1 up.
3-1 up, yeah.
And then you walked back to your dressing room.
Yeah, there was some euphoria, of course. And
How
I went
did you
back
feel?
to dress. Oh, I felt fantastic. And then this young boy asked me for my autograph, and I couldn't even sign my name. I mean, if I would have felt like that, signing my name, you know, actually shooting the black ball, I was, you know, I mean, I would have had to have quit professionally because I couldn't even sign my name for like this young kid. My hand was flapping around like this. It was an unbelievable moment, but I had some time, you know, off to, you know, regroup.
Finally, you won the match 13-12. And then that was an exciting finish, I suppose, in many ways.
Yeah, I went in front 12-9, and Terry made I think 2 99 breaks, and then I made a 75 the last frame at 3 o'clock in the morning. But you know, and people say that it ended late, but we didn't start till 9:30. No, just you know, right, because they didn't pull players off then, and Eddie Charlton was in front of us.
How do you think,
I just had to throw that in there. Okay.
How do you think Dingfield's now going back to his dressing room?
Well, I think, you know, I think that came at a good time, actually, because he's, you know, I mean, obviously very disappointed, very happy to have won the 3 frames, but now he's got time, like, to regroup and not, you know, like, to actually start to forget about that.
Now, I've set this black up for you here, Cliff, to play it, but we haven't got enough time, so we're going to have to go back to the studio.